Whether most people think that Ryan is a prophet or not, doesn't really matter to him. Even though the angels often refer to him as a prophet, he prefers to be known as a Christian mystic, who engages in prophecy, in several different ways. On top of that, he has problems and issues in life, as well as a need for more spiritual change to bring him closer to God. For example, this next recording of Danny was one that Ryan chose off the cuff, because he wanted to add one recording from each budgie to this presentation. He felt it needed to be reviewed again. Little did he know, that in this recording, Danny would be talking about a recent upset that his family had, and how it was giving him advice and direction as a parent. We are not going to go into the details at this time, but everyone in his immediate family was going through some major difficulties at the time. It almost caused a total separation of the family. With the help of the angels, a month or two later, the family is back on track and things are much better. Although Ryan still has to make amends with his son, he is confident that through forgiveness, things will work out for the better. So now let's listen to this remarkable and intuitive recording from Danny. Ryan posted his dream in his forum and said, "Hi everyone. Last night, the 28th of October, 2014, I had this intense dream about playing a dart game. I play quite a bit of darts in the spare time that I have and strive to be good at it. In my dream, I was playing in a tournament or something, and with a team. The surroundings were new, and I was a little uncomfortable playing, as I did not want the others to see me play bad. One of the first things I remember is getting up to play darts, and when I looked at the board it was much smaller than it should be. I wondered how I was ever going to score well on such a small board. As I went to throw my dart, it transformed itself into a small piece of putty or wet clay, and hit the board. I immediately felt embarrassed, and thought I should go get my proper darts. The others impatiently waited for me, and when I came back, the board was no longer small, but the normal size. I threw my 3 darts, and when I went to pull them out, one of the darts separated at the stem and shaft. I looked at it, and tried to put it back together, but there was a little hook on it that would not fit into the shaft. It confused me, that it was made this way, and I was wondering how I was going to finish the game without 3 working darts." End of dream. Ryan's note: there are 2 lessons in this transcript. One for myself and one for those who want to become visionaries. It will also help you to understand the process of prophecy and miracles as well. The dream was transcribed by Ryan on the 9th of November, 2014. The angel said to Ryan, "Is your journey only with God's friends? You will surely have time with Him, as your journey begins here." Referring to Ryan's dream. In your game of darts, you were in line to be a visionary. As you were there, your mission was to perfect your accuracy. Your mission was also to qualify for prophecy. And you were afraid you would not qualify, and possibly had some confusion. You saw a dart board that was much smaller than usual, and your prophecy of shooting a good game was in peril. The darts transformed to a different shape because your accuracy was in jeopardy. When you are not very accurate, you will feel that the prophecy will cause confusion. Why was this prophecy symbolized by something like putty? When we see a lot of prophecy that is very strong, it will begin to be viewed as a concrete lesson. And eventually, even putty will turn to something that is as hard as concrete. So if we have a prophecy, it shall harden in time, when we begin to realize it relies on a chemical reaction, to form a physical structure. And this process is a different version when it is finished. This reaction will eventually evolve, even if you are not there to observe it happening. If you really want to be part of its history, you will find that you will be able to experience prophecy more, if you see it from the beginning. That way, you will know and witness it. Once you see prophecy happening, you will want to experience it again and again. And each miracle that you are a witness to, will give you great reason to become part of it. So when we turn putty into something that is strong and beautiful, it lets you know that God created something wonderful, right in front of you. And God did it, as a process for you to see happen. And now you are feeling the emotions that are part of God. These are the same emotions God had, when He created everything that was good. This is called divine emotions, and they cause miracles and certain intervention from God. This is the reason, we use these emotions here, to spiritually change the future. When you qualify for a prophecy, you will have a larger board to shoot, and qualify on. You will see the numbers very clearly, and you will shoot straight towards the double you need to hit. You will have time to reverse any confusion that may be caused by your doubts, and you will shoot well, but you need your darts of reason, for they will magically find the target, as they were made by a friend, who knows that you are a prophet of this religion. God has shown you multiple examples of when indecision has caused you to miss your target. Every sinner will have something that they won't be able to learn when they have confusion. For example, you had the money to buy your first trailer, because of your prophecy to buy it. You made a decision you wanted it, so you saved for spring. Then you bought it with the money you saved. There wasn't any indecision because you knew you could achieve it. If your actions had raised confusion, you would not have found the responsibility to do it. You are richer than you think you are, if you can find some way when it is prophecy. You used to have confusion with the transcripts, but they are much clearer now. We will make another point, with reasoning in God's religion. Each time you use bad reasoning, you have corruption. You must transcribe without the feelings of confusion. When we give you a prophecy, you need to be observing it, with feeling, and not will this really be happening. Often it seems you hesitate, and have fear of prophecy. Look for the point at the end of the reversal, and it will often tell you when it will happen. And what does the hook in this dream mean, when you try to put your dart back together? It's the imagination of the angels, that connects these things, to true events in the future. These darts were a tool for prophecy, and you did not even realize they were one of the original shafts you always used, when you wanted to win. So why didn't you realize it? You should have seen this hook before. This is a model that was impossible to reattach to the separated dart. So was this really constructed properly? When we give a prophet a talent for prophecy, it is made for that person, and that person will be provided with the proper instructions for repairing it, if it breaks. If there is a problem, we will provide him with the instructions to fix it, and he may need to use them often. There are many things we can do to help when problems arise. And if you learn to trust in us, we shall provide you with direction in religion. If you sense that you want something, and have a reason, just accept you shall receive it. God gives for the reason of spiritual growth and happiness, as long as you are on a mission for Him. And the reason that God depends on your spiritual growth, is for the future. If God protects our future, He is protecting all the things He made for us. So just what does this mean to us? God protects everything He makes for us to see. Can you see clearly why this promise is coming through the vision He has of spirituality, in another life? God achieves it through unique variations of our soul throughout eternity. We say these experiences are very unique when prophecy is accomplished through the Spirit, and ultimately the intervention of God. And when one feels that spiritually God is connected to them, they will eventually begin to experience the vision the same as their God. Now we have to say something. We choose a prophet, to study the future that God wants them to experience, through His religion. There are many circumstances where you will have reason to experience spirituality, through the nature of God. If you want to be spiritual with God, or even if you have lost your way, He will guide you. If you can trust in His intervention in this religion, God will try to interact with you, personally, and you shall know when He is there. And when you share emotions with God, He will connect you to the river, that leads you to heaven. Now let us have a prophecy. God will begin some religious intervention that will ensure there is time for a future that can really be good. As we see how Ryan's darts are spiritually shot towards this board, we will see how they can be very accurate. And if his tools for prophecy fall apart and break, God will provide him with the right instructions for fixing them. So this is your new prophecy. A prophecy that was given before regarding some important people, arriving in this religion and emailing Ryan. They want to become a visionary of this religion, and will begin working with you. We want you to be waiting for them, give them a way to speak with you on the phone. We see that they will commit positively to your mission. They will have a vision and they have the means to bring a group of people to this religion. We want to begin prophecy that others can witness, and we know this project will produce it positively. With these people we shall surely witness it, as it happens, and you shall have participation from them. God has provided these instructions to use, as they provide their dreams for transcription. He also provided Ryan with some instructions, on how to accurately improve the transcriptions here. We have chosen this time, because we feel he is ready for it. We will see a religious group of people, who will follow the process closely, and have spiritual growth. When you post this to the site, you will have a positive result. Put it in the lessons you have waiting for them. And if you have confusion, you shall ask for help Ryan. Provide prophecy for each of them. You shall see this beginning very soon, for there is no corruption within this transcription. This is the end of the lesson here. Ryan would like to say that this prophecy has already come to fruition, but it has been almost 10 years since this prophecy was originally made, yet we are still waiting for some of these people to come forward. Not to say that there aren't those out there that are studying this closely though. Perhaps the time is just not right. Moses was lost in the desert for 40 years, with the Ark of the Covenant, looking for the Promised Land, and he didn't give up. So neither will we. Ryan isn't wasting his time, for there was still much to learn about how to use the tools that God gave him. As a matter of fact, God gave him an additional one for prophecy, and that is allowing him to pass on how he receives some of these messages, through reverse music, so others can witness it as well. His dream translations often come with confirmed prophecies, while he is in receival, just like this next reverse song you are about to hear. The interesting thing about this song, is it's a confirmation of this Dart Game dream transcription. The song talks about prophecy, the dart board and the target. The official music video that was released has an animation with it, and even the animation syncs in some places, with the song reversal. At one point, you will see the animation has 3 figures with 1, 2, and 3 under them, which is a symbol of the 3 darts Ryan was using in the dream. There are other spots too, that sync with the reversal, but we will leave that up to you to find those for yourself. Keep in mind that the animation also shows Trump's face near the time that they are talking about an evil person. So here is the reversal of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young's Teach Your Children.
That completes this presentation. To hear more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at theangelscrolls.com.